What's up, Wolfpack? It's Milkshake Matty back with another breakdown. Yesterday was absolute chaos. Bitcoin dumped all the way to 112,282. XRP slipped under $3 to around 282, and over 1.5 billion in long positions were liquidated in a single day. Today feels different. Bitcoin is trying to stabilize around 113,000 to 113,400. XRP is sitting just under $2.90, and the fear and greed index has cooled back down to 40. So the question everyone's asking is the crash over, or is this just a calm before another drop? Let's dig into it. I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I am personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I am not a financial advisor. First, let's rewind. Yesterday's sell-off was not random. We warned over the weekend if Bitcoin lost 114,400 support and if XRP lost 296, the risk was a sharp flush, and that is exactly what has played out. Bitcoin broke down, cascading straight into 112,282, and XRP cracked the 296 and tumbled to 282. Together, the market wiped out over 1.5 billion in leveraged long positions. This was classic crypto. We know what happens. It happens every now and again. It should not be unexpected. Overextended longs, thin order books, and macro backdrop, that wasn't helping at all whatsoever. When stops triggered, the market snowballed. But here's the key. The Wolfpack wasn't surprised. We mapped these scenarios in advance, and that's why so many of you were prepared while others panicked. Now let's focus on Bitcoin because it's the anchor for the entire of the market. I always say this: if Bitcoin coughs, the altcoins sneeze. As I'm recording this, Bitcoin is trading at around 112,900. I've literally just checked the price now and it's dropped again. That's a small bounce though from yesterday's lows, but still well below the 117,000 highs we touched last week. So what stands out here? Support is on our 112,000. That's the new battleground. We touched it yesterday and held just about. If we lose it again, and 110k becomes the obvious next target. The resistance of 114,400 is back on the map. That was the breakdown level, and now it's resistance. Until Bitcoin reclaims that, every bounce looks like a reaction rally to me. But what about momentum? Liquidations cleaned out a lot of over leveraged longs, which is actually healthy. A market with fewer weak hands is stronger in the long run. So what's the play? Right now, between 112k and 114,400, that is the range I'm looking at. A break above 114,400 opens the door back up to 117k. But if we lose that 112, we're sliding back down towards 110. I'll say it again. We warned this could happen and the levels have not changed. This is where patience pays off. Now let's shift over to XRP. Yesterday, XRP broke down under 296 and flushed to 282. That was the warning level that we mapped. Today is grinding back towards 287 to 290. So what now? Support at 280 is holding for now, but if we lose it, the next stop is 270. Resistance is around $3, but that remains a psychological wall. Above that is 313 is the real test. The bigger narrative has not changed. Ripple is still positioning for utility. Regulation is coming and institutional money hasn't gone anywhere. But in the short term, XRP needs to reclaim that $3 or risk being stuck at 280 to 295 chop. And just like Bitcoin, we flagged this over the weekend. If you listened, this was not a surprise. But we can't ignore Ethereum right now. Ethereum is trading around the $4,200 mark. And if we lose that 4,000, this could get messy. Time will tell. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. But altcoins overall, it's mixed. Some are still bleeding, others are bouncing, but make no mistake, Bitcoin sets the tone. If Bitcoin breaks 112, and Ethereum and the alts will follow. Sentiment is neutral, not panic. The fear and greed index right now is around 40, so it's the bottom end of the neutral. But if we go much further down from this, you are going to see panic. Watch social media. Listen to what I'm telling you. Watch how people react to anything as soon as we start heading into this fear zone on the fear and greed index. It's something that is absolutely perfect. I can feel what the fear and greed index is without even checking the number, just by looking through social media for less than about 20 minutes. It's incredible how it's correlated. Whatever you do, do not confuse that neutral zone that we're just at the bottom of now with safety, because this is not safe right now. We are literally on a cusp of which way it could go. So let's answer the big question. Why has this crash happened and why is it still going on? It's because of a leverage wipeout. Too many traders piled on into longs when Bitcoin and XRP broke support, stops and liquidations got triggered, wiping out over $1.5 billion worth of trades in 24 hours. That is a big, big number. Obviously, I've covered it before, but the Fed policy, the cut rate in particular, but markets saw it as defensive, not bullish. Bond yields stayed high, risk appetite shrank, and crypto felt the pressure. And then we've got the profit taking. Bitcoin ran up near 118K, XRP tagged around the 313, and smart money sold into strength. Retail tried to chase the top, but they got burned. And that ETF euphoria from XRP, it has cooled. None of this was random. This is why we look at charts and we plan levels, because crashes don't come out of nowhere. They come from clear triggers that anyone can see if they're paying attention. So what next? What do we need to watch from here? Bitcoin, 112K support. 114,400 is the resistance. We break either side of that, and that's going to be your next move, in my opinion. And XRP, we're looking at the 280 as support and $3 as resistance. They're simple levels, but big implications. And when we're talking about the macro, you need to be looking at the bond yields and also the Fed statement. The Fed have a planned statement this week, so keep an eye on that. And if the fear and greed index drops into fear, that's when you start looking for bottoming signs. Right now, the market is resetting. The over leveraged are gone, and that sets up for higher moves, but don't expect instant recovery. Here's the lesson. Preparation beats prediction. We mapped 114,400 on Bitcoin and 296 on XRP. We said if those levels broke, the market would flush, and that's exactly what has happened. The wolf pack does not chase the hype. We trade levels, manage risk, and prepare for both scenarios. That's why the others panic when we're ready. If you want to be part of that, the link is in the description. The Wolfpack is more than signals. It's education, it's live sessions, it's a community. We're a family and we win together. If, like me, you want to trade this volatility, I use Bitunix. It's a leverage platform. Its KYC is optional. And with my link, you get a sign-up bonuses plus rewards for the trading volume. And if you're holding crypto, don't leave it on exchanges. Use a Tangent wallet for cold storage. It's simple, it's secure, and my link gets you 10% off. Both links are in the description and at milkshakematty.com. So there you go. The crypto reset explained. Bitcoin stabilizing at 113,000. XRP is holding around the 290, and Ethereum showing relative strength, but we're going to have to see if it holds that 4,000. And the sentiment is cooling. Is this crash over? Not necessarily, but the Wolfpack is ready for whatever comes next. If this gave you value, smash that button, hit the subscribe, and share it with somebody who panicked yesterday. And drop your thoughts. Are you buying this dip or are you waiting for it lower? I'll see you in tomorrow's update. Stay sharp, manage your risk, and remember, the strength of the wolf is in the pack. I'll see you on the next one.